Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we have some work to do. First off, we have an available building slot on Canopus Prime. Now, we do have 3 of these building slots actually earmarked for moat harvesting traps. We don't have much for jobs available right now. That said, we are 5 population away from getting another building slot currently, and we have 1 housing available. So what I'm thinking is we should probably hold off on the moat harvesting trap, because that only produces 1 job. And then we build a city district when we need it to give us the 7 housing and the 2 clerk jobs. So if we do that, that means that we can build a research lab. And I think that is worthwhile. That will give us ultimately, once we upgrade it to the same level as these research complexes, 5 researcher jobs. So that will get us approximately where we need to be. So there's that. Now, we've got a few other problems going on here. Our starbase capacity is over cap, and that is a very, very bad thing. Our starbase upkeep is increased by 25% because of this. If we go in here, we can see our starbase upkeep is currently 168. Pulling out a calculator, 25% of 168, that's 42 energy credits. That is nearly half of what we're actually paying currently. Bizarre. Well, not really bizarre, but very impactful. I mean, I know exactly why it's happening. It's not bizarre in the slightest. Now, we're also currently paying 10% because we're over our naval cap. Now, how much is that? Not as much. That's only about 9.24 in terms of energy credits, but you combine those together, that's starting to get to be a pretty hefty chunk of what we're paying. We don't have to pay anything for being over Empire Sprawl. The game is kind of designed to, in some ways, be over Empire Sprawl. So there is that. But let's just go down over to our civilian ships. I'm just checking in on those. Yeah, those appear to be good. I do want to get an anchorage building here ASAP. That'll get our naval cap up to +4. So that would put us up to 83. Yeah, that'll be fine. And we can queue up a second anchorage here. That will get us to 87 out of 87. Now we are definitely going to want to put in... Not here. We're definitely going to want to put in over here a naval logistics office. But that's not going to be, strictly speaking, immediately necessary. So that's okay. Now we're a little short on influence and alloys at the moment. In fact, alloys is kind of the thing we are most short on, I would argue. We have a big need of alloys, and we're on normal speed. There we go, let's bump that up. Wonderful. We are short on alloys. We do have multiple worlds earmarked for alloys. And we just got access to this world here. Now, it's not a fantastic world, but we're going to colonize it nonetheless. That's going to cost us 200 alloys, though. So it'll be a little while before we're ready to do that. We're definitely 100% short on alloys. Luckily, we do have multiple worlds set up for it, or going to be set up for it. Our worlds are still working on coming online. Hello, this mining world has an open building slot on a mining world. Now, building slots on mining worlds tend to need housing. That said, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more mining districts available, which means we can put in up to 9 city districts. Which of course means that we may want... Oh, there's a moat harvesting trap available here. That is a very, very good option, actually. We can have up to 4 of them. So that is phenomenal. We're 100% going to build a moat harvesting trap there. There is no excuse not to. Now, we are currently losing 80 consumer goods per month. That is because this buy order is not going through right now. And that isn't going through because our energy credits is less than the amount that it would cost to buy that. Let's go ahead and reduce our buy order of food down to 30. Drop that by 20. We'll still be positive there. And then I do want to sell off 100 volatile motes. And let's bump this up to 80. Things are starting to get pretty grim on the consumer goods front. We knew that was going to be the case, and we should probably earmark another one of these worlds in the frontier sector over here over to being a actual industrial world. And which one would we want? Ideally not this one. This one actually has really good society research. Noted. That one is earmarked as alloys. That one's power. This one is not earmarked. It does have a strong magnetic field. Huh, that could be a good generator world. It's automatically selected as one. We could make this rural world be one. Now, we're not going to change it right now. I think we should make this be one. We'll make this be an industrial world. Like that. Okay. So we'll earmark another industrial world. We will definitely need that. Okay, that has been passed. That's fine. And once we finish colonizing Asweria Prime, I think our starbase cap goes up. I think we're also researching one, aren't we? Yes, starbase cap. So that's only 6 more months there. So that will help us tremendously. Oh, I forgot about this. The debris over here. We have under a year to handle this. This is our closest science ship. Can we experimental subspace navigation over there? Maybe? Yes. Yes, we can. That should be able to get us there in time. If we make it. We'll see if we make it. Returns 421 in like... Oh. No, that's not going to work at all. That is way too long. That's going to be in a little over 2 years. Okay. Backup options. Backup options. How long does it take to travel from Grummium over? This is upgrading right now. Let's go ahead and pull something out of this fleet temporarily. Oh, we can't merge or split fleets that are upgrading. Okay, we're just going to stop this for now. Okay. How long would it take to get there? 242 days. How long do we have? Let's see. We have 342 days. Ship designs. We no longer have to design science ships. Those get automatically upgraded, I believe, with a level 2 hyperdrive. Let's see here. This is... It technically doesn't say what hyperdrive level that has. But that would take 50 days to build. We could build a new science ship. And I think... Let's see. That would take 242 days. So that would be 292 in theory. It would be close. But I think we can get it done. I really want to research this, and I think that's worthwhile. Let's go ahead and get this upgrading. Once again. Okay, there's some necrophaging happening, and we have a tradition available. Let's go ahead and just grab this governing ethics attraction. That'll be okay. Then that stability will be great. Looks like that necrophage didn't really change anything on our colonies. Okay. This construction ship isn't doing anything, and we're, I think, lacking a little bit of influence. Oh, we just have enough. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab that. That dark matter will be important later, but it's not relevant right now.
Construction function completed.
Okay. They closed down that branch office. That's fine. We're going to move over to here. We're not going to be able to build anything there just yet. Oh, the science ship is done. Get over here, ASAP. Oh, you require a scientist. Right. We'd have to roll one up. Spark of Genius is good, actually. We might be able to put him in somewhere afterwards. Okay, how long will it take him to get there? 216 days. 260 days. I believe as long as we start it before the timeout. I believe that's what matters. I guess we're going to find out. We are out of consumer goods. That is because our purchase order didn't go through. I'm going to buy 50 consumer goods here, and we are going to sell 500 food as well as 100 rare crystals and exotic gases for right now. I want to stop selling these, but for right now we're going to need it as we're waiting on our industrial worlds to come online. Okay. Should be, in theory, relatively fine. So we are headed on over.
Construction venture completed.
Okay, we're at 87 out of 86 naval cap. Oof. Well, we can still fix that. We can put in a module slot here and put in the naval logistics office. That will give us +8. So that'll be plenty on the naval cap. For now, anyway. There's our starbase cap going up. That is a very big thing, or very big deal for us, rather. Habitability. Glandular acclimation. Habitability modification. And House of Apotheosis. That looks pretty nice. But I think we're going to have to grab that atmospheric filtering first. That habitability is going to be very important for us. Ooh, an L-Gate Insight. I want that L-Gate so badly. I think we're going to go for the L-Gate Insight, even though it's a little bit inefficient. We should probably talk to the curators and see if we can purchase an L-Gate Insight from them. We're at 5 of 7? Okay. So let's talk to the curators. Okay, it hasn't been a decade. Noted. Good to know. So these construction ships are pretty much just sitting there. We're going to be waiting on influence for a little while there. Okay, so we're doing much better on our energy credits now. We are currently losing consumer goods. I want to drop our food buy order a little bit more, and we'll bump up our purchase order on the consumer goods a little bit. We'll also, and I don't like doing this, we'll bump up our sales on minerals. We need to start cutting that as soon as we can. But for that to happen, we need our industrial planets to really be coming online, which they aren't quite doing yet. They'll get there. Okay, we'll move over to here. There we go. And we do have the alloys at this time to begin colonizing over here, which we absolutely want to do. And, oh, we're lacking the food and consumer goods. Never mind. We would need the food and consumer goods, wouldn't we? 200 of each. We could make that happen. But not happily. Okay. Let's go. We're going to send these guys out. We're lacking 14 in our influence. Or not influence, in our alloys. We'll just buy in 25 alloys. There we go. I would really prefer not to be doing that. Oh, hello. These are the same, except... yeah, they're lithoids, so they consume minerals instead of food. But these guys have quick learners, leader experience gain. This would be better for us than this, technically speaking. We'll do it. Okay, so we definitely do need to work on our economy. There is no doubt about that. But we are making some progress on that front. What we need more than anything is to get our planets more online. We have gene clinics on like everything, but interdimensional trade has decreased. That is unfortunate for us. Let's check in on our major trade route here, though. Okay, so there's currently no piracy in this system. Are we not patrolling? Yes, we are. Okay, how are we doing over here? There's no piracy effects, and the piracy is plummeting. Perfect. So we appear to have our piracy completely under control. Well, that's nice. The question is, do we at this point want to switch our policy over? Our trade policy. So we would essentially be paying half of an energy credit for a quarter of a consumer good. What is the current price of consumer goods? The current price of consumer goods is, let's see here, for buying is 5. So it would cost us 2 with the trade value. Yes, this is worthwhile. We should absolutely switch over to consumer benefits here. We can't change it for 10 years, but that will cut our trade income here in half, but that will boost our consumer good production from trade a fair amount. We'll need to let this tick forward for a month before it updates and lets us know what the actual numbers here look like. But I think this is far more worthwhile because we're spending currently, if we look at this, we are spending 5.18, let me pull up a calculator, 5.18 multiplied by 85, we are spending 440 monthly energy credits on this buy order here. And we're essentially going to be cutting that pretty dramatically here, I think. We'll see if it's a wash or not. Yeah, look at that, plus 79. We can actually jump this down all the way to like plus, down to like plus 10. This is extremely beneficial at this point. It wasn't earlier, but because we've been buying so many for so long, we've built the price up. So it is now beneficial for us to do this. And look at that. We're losing a little bit of food. We have plenty of energy credits at this point to buy in 5 food, though. In fact, we can even cut our mineral sales down to 200. I would like ultimately to completely eliminate these automatic trades. We have a building slot available on this generator world. Now, building slots, not that useful on a generator world. We may just want to go for whatever we have the least income of over here, like exotic gases. So an exotic gas refinery, perhaps? It's an option. We do have a civilian industry on here. It's kind of random, but I think we're going to go for an exotic gas refinery. We're doing okay on everything else. Look at that. We're fully positive now. That's excellent to see. Yep, changing that trade policy, not useful previously, but definitely useful now. I think we missed this. Okay. That's not the end of the world. We do have other tech worlds that we can go to. Let's see, that one came from Elthier. Let's actually send these guys back to Elthier to assist research. And then once other science ship comes back... Is it back now? No. Once other science ship comes back, we'll figure out where to put it. Excellent. I think this station is more valuable than this one right now. So that'll be fine. Okay, things are looking up. Actually, we can probably send other science ship to go start doing this archaeological site. Get that started. We've been putting that off. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable idea. We should also clear out these drones. We can send the first combat fleet over there. We can have them not upgrade for a bit, and just send them over here, clear these out, and then we can get that explored. That'll be good.
Construction venture completed.
Excellent. We will get that extra science.
A study has been completed.
And there's our habitability going up. That's great. Gene modification points. Okay. I'm not sure we want to do that, though. I think the fleet command limit, not naval command limit, fleet command limit, is actually more useful right now. Although pop growth speed, I can't pass that up. I simply can't. That would be tremendous for us. Just checking in on our colonies. Not a whole lot needing to be done. Wonderful.
Over the newly established colonies.
Okay, we're establishing another colony. As expected. This construction ship can move out over, I think, to Drisk is where we would next want to expand. We are getting very close to being done with this, though. And that's great. Once we're done with that, then our alloys can be all going toward more militaristic purposes. Which will be very useful for us, of course. Okay, other science ship finally showed up over here. We're going to move it over this way. In fact, we're going to move it over to here. The first combat fleet can come on in. And we're going to want to take out these drones. We may take some losses here, but that is acceptable. Let's see, we're lacking 1 influence. Okay.
Vessels have been refitted.
Was that... Yeah, that was the second combat fleet just finishing up. That's fantastic for us. We'll get started on this starbase immediately. There's a new ruler elected. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Let's take a look.
A belligerent fleet has
This is 1.7k. For some reason, I was thinking that it was like 1k. But no, it's 1.7. This might be spicier than I thought. Okay, that'll teach me to not really pay attention. I think... This is pretty spicy. This is pretty spicy. We're going to start moving the second combat fleet to Gremium. Now that it's fully good to go. And I believe we may have to retreat here. Let's just get out of there for now. Let's see. That is 1,800 days. That's fine. We had 1 ship damaged there. That's completely okay. Well, we're going to move the second combat fleet in, and they will be far more capable of dealing with this. Should be absolutely fine. We'll grab all of this over here, and our economy is in much, much better shape now that we've solved several issues. And yeah, the first combat fleet, it's seen better days. We're going to move it over to the Canopus starbase. We're essentially just going to flip positions between the first and the second combat fleets. And once it's over there, it will be able to work on reinforcing itself. That'll be fine. We'll just get these cleared out with the second combat fleet. That won't be an issue. I really don't think we need 2 construction ships at this point. Let's stop paying the upkeep on that one. We're not in any sort of a race, and we're influence bound anyway. I think it's okay. I would love to get through these L gates. When is that L gate insight going to be done? 34 months? Okay. Curators, can we talk to you about L gates yet? No, we can't. I wish there was a timer on this. It takes approximately a decade. Great. From when? That's the question. We do want to get the L gate under our control if we can at all help it to get those nanites. Yep, we will do a Titanic life study. I know it went terribly last time, but hopefully this time we won't make them angry. And even if we do, well, we've got ourselves an army here. So that should be okay. So these guys are going to be over here in about 800 days. That's going to be a while, for sure. Yeah, absolutely a while. Just thinking here. Oh, hello. Caravaneers, move along. Get out of here. They rarely have anything actually useful. I was just thinking about logistics and these front lines. It's going to be interesting. I mean, having this starbase here is helpful until we get access to gateways, I suppose. New Mystic Order. Yeah, that's those guys that we just talked to. Okay, Iswiria Prime does need a gene clinic. We'll put that in there. This colony needs housing. -3 available jobs, huh? Oh, there are pre-sapients on here? Can we necrophage them? I wonder if we can if we can necrophage pre-sapients. That would be neat if we could. But for now, we are going to need to build a city district. This is an alloy world. I'm thinking maybe a mining district, actually? Well, we're going to need both. I think we'll build a city district now, and then we'll build mining districts a little later on. Now, this is that rural world. This is going to be an industrial world. We're just going to build a mining district for now. That's the most efficient thing to do on a rural world currently. We have a worker unemployment on our capital, Aja Chalice. This would require volatile motes. Don't we have a lot of those? Plus 10. Yeah. We can upgrade this to an alloy megaforge. We can replace it with admin offices later on. I hope we get an upgrade to these. That would be nice. But that'll keep our jobs on our capital going for a little while anyway. As soon as this construction ship is done here, let's move to the LR9 Singularity. And once there, we should, I think, have enough to build that starbase. Yeah, I think we will. It is, however, time to put a cut in here. We did get our economy fixed this episode, though, at least temporarily. It'll continue to get worse, but hey, we can actually put in an alloy foundry here, and so we shall. You can, however, leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.